Now let's look at a second example. In this example here, there is a magnet moving from the top into a coil and exiting the coil. So let's look at the situation when the magnet is up here. The change producing the EMF is the downward movement of the magnet. So the green arrow represents the change that causes the induced EMF. According to Lenz's law, the induced EMF must produce an effect that opposes that. The effect produced is an upward force that will oppose the downward movement of the magnet. The only way this is possible is if this top part of the coil sets up a south pole here. Knowing that in mind, then we can use Fleming's right hand grip rule, so that the thumb must point towards the north. If this top part here is south, then obviously this is the north. So if the thumb is pointing towards the north and we are holding this coil in our hands, then the induced EMF will be in this direction. So then it will have an arrow pointing in this direction here. So then the only way that is possible is if this is negative and this is positive. Remember, this is a battery. Please remember, it is not an external circuit. A battery, current flows inside it, from the negative inside to the positive. I had mentioned this. If this was a complete circuit, and I'm not saying it is a complete circuit, then P would have been positive. Now let's look at the situation when it is down here. When it is down, the magnet is moving away, so that is the change that is producing it. The north pole is moving away. The induced EMF must set itself so that it opposes that. It produces an effect that opposes that, and the effect produced is an upward force on the magnet. The only way that is possible is if this pole here is south, and when the pole is south, then the top one will be north. Then if we hold this in our right hand so that the thumb points towards the north, then the current or the induced EMF will be facing in this direction here. So this will be the direction in which it will be facing. If that is the case, yes, so then it is going like this, like this, like this. So it is facing here. If that is the case, then this one here becomes positive and this one here becomes negative. Remember, the induced EMF acts as a battery, not as a complete circuit. I'm about to show you another video to understand that concept of induced EMF acting as a battery.